North India, it is very common, and then the May, June, summer comes. You will find there is a bike wala which is going by. He had stopped, or there is a vendor, there is a cart puller who's going by. He has stopped for some rest. Now you look around, where is the tree? In a 1 kilometer stretch, 2 kilometer stretch, he will see there's only one tree, or maybe there are two trees. Now everybody go and flock under that. And they are, because the tree provides the shade. We all know there's nothing new about it. But within that 1 kilometer stretch, there's only one tree, or there are two trees. And everybody is crowding, or it rains. Everybody is crowding under the tree. Now, when the road was being built, did they envision that these people will be the end user of the road? They will need places to shade themselves, to rest, maybe not. Otherwise, we did not have this scenario. And this is very common in NCR, even in a city like Calcutta. I'm from Calcutta. Now, if we just give me a minute,
A very relatable example of what he said would be Old Mumbai and New Mumbai, Navi Mumbai. Like Old Mumbai has a lot of concretization, and it's not very planned. Like you'll randomly find gullies and roads coming and going, and but whereas if you see Navi Mumbai, it's well structured. It's divided into sectors, and it has residential area, it has commercial area. So that's a more relatable example you can think of.
Yeah. Now, if I kind of come back, the other thing which are sort of vanishing from some of our cities are footpaths.
The old world and the new world.
The old world and the new world.
Because the old world was not so modernized. Nowadays we have cars. In the old world they used to use horses. And like they used to travel on foot. Nowadays we have shoes. Like that.
So I think I'll come back to your question. I think we'll overshoot the discussion by another 10 minutes. 1 to 10, we will wrap up this session. Okay? Yeah?
We will have to end one, sir, because there have been 3 classes. So we'll probably take a second session.
Okay. So I think the footpath, again, I'll come back to footpath, saying the footpath, again, it is a necessary space in the cities, because it provides the avenue for all classes, for you to experience the poor and the poor to experience the rich, for you to make friendship with new people, to meet new people, and thereafter I will quickly go to 2 practical example of design thinking. Just give me a minute. Have you heard about this liter of light?
No.
Have you heard about liter of light?
No.
No. Have you, any of you have seen this? No?
No.
No. Okay. Just give me a minute.
Yung lugar namin, Sitio Maligaydos, San Vicente, San Pedro, Laguna.
Siyempre, alam mo naman, ganitong lugar, squatter area, tabing release, dikit-dikit ang bahay.
Madilim talaga rito sa lugar ko na to.
Wala kami dito sa loob.
Lang, bago lalagay mo yung mga bahay nila Magdilim. Mang Dinis Solar. Napaliwanag ko yung mga bahay nila Magdilim. Bubutas ka ng yero, lalagay mo yung bote, lagyan mo siya ng sealant, bago lagyan mo siya ng tubig na mineral, lalagyan ng sunrocks. Kapit mo sa bahay, lagyan sealant mo para hindi tumulo. Ganyan lang kasimple yun. Dati yung ganito, kadilim yung pagkapitan. Ngayon, nung kapitan ko na, Ito na ang liwanag niya. Yan ang liwanag.
Bumili po ako kasi bote lang, tubig. Maliwanag na yung bahay mo.
Bumaba yung ano ko, pinayaran ko ngayon. Simula ko
Now, Liter of Light is a project wherein in places where you don't have lights, okay, where you don't have lights, somebody by the name of Elford, he's a Brazilian, he came up with an invention where you fill up a bottle with water and you hang it from your roof. The light, the natural light which comes in, get reflected through the water and amplifies. So your entire house gets light up. Okay. This is the liter. Another project I'll quickly show. Have you heard about Hippo Roller, any of you?
What if you don't want the light? If you are sleeping in the afternoon or something?
Then you can cover it up. That is, just give me.
Then Munib, you can just open the cap and let the water drain.
Yeah. Yeah. So have you heard about Hippo Roller?
No.
Any of you heard?
No.
No.
So again, it's an invention by two South African, Petit Pretzer and Johan Jonker. This is a usable application of design thinking to make the carrying of water in villages. The women has to carry water, okay, and they have to carry water on their head, and I'll just kind of run the video here. Can you see the video?
Yes, sir. Children, can you see the video?
Yes.
So this is the before scenario. Now, this is again, and this has become very popular especially in Africa. In India, this has just kind of come in, but it become very popular in India. I would suggest that you kind of, look them up on Google or YouTube, Hippo Roller, which is people used to carry water on their portable, utensils on top of their head, one after the other. Now what they have done, this is a drum made of very thick plastic, and then it is filled with water, and with very little effort, energy, it is rolled around. Yeah. So this is again a common application, common usage where design thinking has been applied.
That's made up of plastic, sir. The roller.
It is made of plastic. It is made of plastic, but sturdy plastic.
No wonder, because the village rolls are not very smooth, you see. So I mean.
Yeah. It's a very specific thick plastic. It's a sturdy, made especially for this purpose. Because if you see, the rods are inserted from both sides, so there are grooves for the rods to be there for the drum to roll. Specific. Now, if you look, the summation is that these are two real life scenarios, where because of thinking, the Pepsi bottles were available, the water was available. Now these houses, which were deep inside a thickly populated settlement, did not have any light. They did not have any electricity. Just because everything was available, the Pepsi bottle was available, the water was available. Because of design thinking application, they got light, no additional cost. So this is the power of design thinking. Now, if you look at the same bottle roller, You know, otherwise the people have to carry water, and it injures your neck bone, and you have to do multiple rounds if you have to carry small utensil filled with water, you know. But here in one go, maybe for the whole day use, you can roll the drum in for the water. Yeah, this is a practical implication of design thinking. Why design thinking? I'll just sum up why design thinking and design is so important. Because now in every field that you go, every field that you are in, every walk of life need design thinking. Whether you go and buy a shirt, you know, you look at a shirt which is not been designed, you know, the buttons you're not able to close, or there is a lack of seam on your collar. There's some shirt which are reinforced, you know, seam on the collar, because it is the place where the sweat goes. Or it is your jug, it is your bottle, it is your desk, it is your room, it is your book. Everywhere design thinking is applied to make it better, just by the application of the thought, not so much of, you know, implication on the finance, not so much of implication on the effort, with little effort but a lot of design thinking. Because understand, design thinking doesn't take any, you know, it doesn't require too much of investment. So that is the beauty of design thinking. And you will, as you will, I would recommend that, you know, and later on I will share about, you should read about design thinking on your as a side project, and look at some practical example and try and implement it in your line of work, whether it is your school project, whether it is your studies, you know, or anything that you do. That's all from my side. Thanks everybody.
Thank you so much, sir. We had a wonderful session and it was good to have you. I hope they learned a lot of things. We learned a lot of things actually. The leader of light, the hippo roller, the process of design thinking. It was lovely. Now, sir, you can add in.
No, absolutely. I think you did the best thing. Perfect. I think this was wonderful in terms of, it's an introduction to design thinking, what they've done. And what I see with Nazim sir is, having worked with, you know, companies like Nokia, Coca-Cola, Nike. So this is wonderful, sir. Thank you so much for the first introduction. I think we'll take a little bit of, you know, assessment of how they learn and what they learn, and hope to see you again. Once again, thank you from everybody here at Golden Sparrow.
Sure, yeah. Thanks, and Khuda Hafiz, and wish you all success in your line of quest, you know. Best of luck.
Design thing our lives, right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Once again, Allah Hafiz, sir. Thank you so much.
Allah Hafiz.